In fashion, my first investment purchase was a Junior Gautier rucksack.
It was a beautiful ring that I bought. That was a Schlumberger ring made for Balenciaga in the 60s. And it's fantastic. It's like a cornflower sapphire, and I bought it at SOTLIST. That was my first real investment, and I love it. Very treasured.
You still have it?
Of course.
I used to make my own clothes as a teenager, and so I didn't have much money, and I spent it on shoes. And I went to the main town one day to do a music exam, actually, and in a shop window I saw Stiletto shoes. They had only just been invented in the early 50s, I think, and I had some money, and I bought them, and I just think that was the most amazing thing, probably, yeah.
It's so wonderful.
Yeah, especially when you're young and you're just on that point of changing from looking like a child to looking like a woman, you know, and it was incredible, yeah.
Do you still
Stiletto
have
shoes. No, I remember I took them to school, and my favourite teacher saw me with them on my desk before I could hide them away, showing people, and he said, "Vivienne, if God had meant us to walk on pins, he would have given them to us."
Thank you so much for your time.
I used to make all my own clothes because I was in the middle of the countryside, so I used to just make them myself. What was my first? Probably probably a Lanvin handbag, probably was my first. I've always bought jewellery. That's my treat until I got burgled, after every fashion show. And it's always weirdly, my weakness is for shoes and Lanvin handbags. It's out.
First thing that I really saved up for when I started working when I was 16 was a Joseph cardigan that was very hip at the time. I'd seen an L.
And do you still have it?
I think I do somewhere, yeah, it's at my mum's house. Yeah.
Oh, when I bought my first leather pants. Oh, and it was actually, funny story, I was about 15 years old and I bought my first Burberry wallet.
So it was a Burberry?
Yeah, it was. My mum is a huge, huge fan, so she kind of was jealous that I was here today.
I actually was really lucky because my aunt worked for a garment well, I don't know how, it's like kind of an export-import business, and she'd get like a lot of clothes that were rejects, you know, back in a box to the office, and I'd just get a lot of clothes from her. So before I knew it, I already had like Topshop and everything in my wardrobe before it even came to India. So.
My first fashion, I think it was a pair of Christian Louboutin shoes. I remember my first pair, and I still have them. They're beaten up, and I refuse to get rid of them because they were my first Christian Louboutin shoes.
Do you still wear them?
I don't wear them anymore. They're, they go in and out of trends. It was a while ago, but I'm going to keep them, and they'll probably come back in fashion one day soon.
What ones were they?
I think they were a pair of patent black Galaxy kind of high heel with a little platform. So they were like really on trend about 8 years ago.
My first fashion investment purchase. Well, it was probably a bottle of perfume, and it was Penhaligon's Blend and Bouquet, which was very expensive, and I remember buying a bottle of it when I was probably 16, and it was a fortune, but I just loved the way it smelled.
I am, yes.
Yeah, if you've not.
It would.
Have you been?
Well, I'm looking forward to just everything. Looking at the new line, new season, and just I love British fashion. You know what I mean? And it's just a British house, and it's just always exciting coming over and looking at your own hometown, making amazing garments. You know what I mean?
Thank you, my dears.
What do you think it was about that?
So much. So how long did it take you to get ready today?
Oh, like an hour. I didn't fuss too much. I was sleeping because I flew in from LA yesterday, so jet lag.
Have you